What's up, spectators? Welcome back to the episode of Danganronpa 2. Last time we found the location of the bombs. Turns out they were fireworks, but the traitor did not reveal themselves. I suspected Chiaki might be the traitor because she was really suspicious with how quickly she swiped a card. Or e-handbook last time. I can't believe you actually swiped your card. It's great that they didn't blow up, but shouldn't you have been more cautious?
Well?
Isn't it better than letting them explode? That's true. But at least we know for sure that Chiaki isn't the traitor. If she was, she wouldn't have attempted that in the first place.
I think...
More importantly, we should hurry up and catch up with the others.
Huh?
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna beat the crap out of him. I know how you feel, but calm down.
Wait.
Shut up. Everyone's feet came to a grinding halt. Their red, angry faces instantly transformed into a look of caution. Akane, what is it?
Huh.
Can you hear something? It's coming from the other side of this door. As I listened carefully, I could make out a soft sound coming from inside. Music? What's he planning? Is this another one of Nagito's traps?
Huh?
Maybe the moment we open the door, a real bomb's gonna explode.
Now then.
Alright, let's open it and find out.
Huh?
Please do not, it's dangerous.
Yo,
It's fine, I'll open it slowly. That's not the problem.
leave it to me.
It'll be fine. With those words, Akane brushed off everyone's warnings and opened the door.
Huh?
It's not opening. Something's blocking the door. I can barely open it.
Hey!
It's a trap. Just stop it, okay?
You?
But also, Kazuichi is very suspicious. Didn't I tell you it'll be fine? I just gotta use a little more force.
What?
What happened to opening it slowly? She ignored their protests, and with a mighty kick, the door flew open. Instinctively, we tensed our bodies and braced ourselves.
Huh?
What's this?
Yo,
Look inside.
It sure is dark.
looks like there aren't any lights on. Is Nagito really in here?
The inside of the warehouse felt even darker because our eyes were still used to the bright sunlight. Within that darkness, a loud hymnal blared throughout the warehouse at full volume.
Hey, do you guys hear something?
Yeah, it's really damn loud. Does Nagito like listening to this depressing crap?
No, I'm not talking about the music.
And as if on cue, it suddenly started.
It's on fire!
A fearsome blaze suddenly began dancing inside the dark warehouse, like fiery wings.
Whoa! What's going on?
For now, we must extinguish these flames. Let us hurry and put them out.
Hey!
But how are we supposed to put this fire out? There should be fire extinguishing supplies inside the factory break room.
Damn it.
Let's head to the break room. After listening to Sonia, we ran to the factory. I mean, Nagito's probably dead. Where are the fire extinguishing supplies? A huge supply of lined up plastic bottles. Looks like there's some kind of liquid inside.
Everyone!
These are fire grenades. They're basic fire extinguishing goods. When you throw them at a fire, the container breaks and the chemical inside puts out the
It
fire.
is strange, no?
The last time I peeked inside this place, I recall seeing other fire extinguishing supplies.
Hey!
This should be plenty. Let's hurry up and go back. Make sure you don't get too close to the fire. It's dangerous. Take care not to inhale the smoke as well.
Damn it!
Looks like the curtain in the back's burning up. I have to aim for that, right?
I'm gonna do it!
Let's go. We aimed for the curtain in the back and threw all the fire grenades.
Hey!
Is it just me? Oh,
Or does it feel like the fire's not going out at all?
The curtain absorbed the impact of the thrown grenades, which fell on the floor and shattered. They were completely ineffective.
Does it not seem like the fire is intensifying? If the fire continues to rise, it will inflame the ceiling.
This is bad. We've already used up all the fire grenades.
What are we gonna do? All we can do now is pray for rain!
Don't be stupid! There's no way it'll conveniently start raining if we pray for it. It's raining?
So this is the power of the Japanese Terra.
That's not it. It looks like the sprinkler's activated.
Oh, the sprinklers. They must have detected the smoke and turned on.
Nope, they detect heat. Water continued to vigorously pour out of the sprinklers. And after a while, the fire in the warehouse was completely extinguished. Looks like the fire's out. That is a relief. The hell? My merch is drenched. It got splattered with water and now it's soaked.
Hey.
Is it okay to look inside now?
Just a minute.
Time out. You can't. Why can't we go inside?
Hey,
Smoke and hazardous gas are still spread throughout the warehouse, so it's gotta ventilate.
Well, yeah.
I guess you're right. It'd be a problem if we breathed in any lingering smoke.
So...
For the sake of your health, please wait for just a little while. While you're waiting, why don't you check out the Monokuma Theater?
You're so
Tank, you're so soft.
Yes, indeed.
Now that the theater is over, I'm sure it's finished ventilating.
Phew.
Also, I'm finally starting to feel better. Just because my imported merch was ruined doesn't mean I should be depressed about it forever. Whenever I feel depressed, I always ask myself this question.
But hold on.
Why are your eyes on the front?
I got it.
So we can move forward. Don't be sad about what's already happened. Be positive. We get it.
Jeez.
Enough with your bullshit.
I'll leave the rest to you.
I turned on the light for you guys too. Might hurt yourself if it's dark.
Here.
Go ahead, go right ahead.
Perhaps.
Is Nagito inside? He said he was in his video message, but he probably escaped by now. There was so much fire and smoke, and I thought I'd finally get to beat the crap out of him this time.
Hey.
Why don't we go inside and see how it's doing?
You...
Hajime, what happened? Nothing, but... Oh my god, alright, calm down, would you? Oh my god. Let's go inside. A charred odor permeated throughout the warehouse, and the air was so heavy it was hard to breathe. The moment I set foot inside the warehouse, a mixture of bewilderment, anxiety, and fear overtook me.
It smells...
Something smells.
Hey.
It's not me.
I am sorry.
You serious?
Miss Sonia, say it ain't so. Not that. It's a smell I've never smelled before.
Like...
It makes sense that there are strange smells when a bunch of different things were burned.
Hey.
Did you know about that curtain? The one that was on fire, right? What do you mean, no?
See?
I didn't notice it until the curtain was burning, but there's a space on the other side. When I looked where Chiaki was pointing, there was still space beyond the burned, tattered curtain. I walked toward the burned, tattered curtain with slow, methodical steps. I'd never experienced such an oppressive atmosphere before, and I couldn't help holding my breath. And then on the other side of the curtain, I saw the true source of the intense malice. Damn, dude got tortured for sure. I had no idea what I was looking at. What are those scratch marks? Stab wounds? By the time I realized I was looking at the remains of Nagito, time had already stopped. So much for luck. Eventually, the shock finally registered with me. A numb feeling spread from the center of my brain almost instantly. Even when I saw this before me, I wasn't able to comprehend the reality.
Huh?
What's going on here?
You
Is he really
serious?
dead? He's not pretending to be dead. It's Nagito, you know? He always messed with us. He always tried to confuse us. That's why I can't believe it. He ended up in such a cruel state. He's dead. Deep down, I believed that when the killings finally ended, I'd never see this guy again. I never expected I'd be looking at his body like this. He probably thought the same thing. I couldn't help seeing it in his dead, frightened face. But on this island, unbelievably abnormal occurrences happen all the time. Even Nagito couldn't escape the truth. But even something as small as that.
A body has been discovered! Now then, after a certain amount of time has passed, the class trial will begin!
Don't tell me.
Then it's for real.
Hey!
He's dead.
Damn it!
It's not just he's dead, the body discovery announcement was made. Does that mean he was killed?
That's right!
Well, obviously he was killed. I mean, look at him. Plus, it's one of us. I mean, that's what it means, right? One of us killed him so brutally? Then it's gonna start again. The class trial's gonna start.
Of course!
We gotta do it. We gotta find out who his killer is.
Hey! Hey!
No matter who you guys sacrifice, you're determined to survive and leave this island, right? Then the time for action is now. So, allow me to give you the familiar Monokuma file.
Wait!
Hold it!
Damn it!
Don't get in my way like that. I was about to whip out the Monokuma file.
You stupid brother!
I can't stand this anymore.
Got it?
How much longer are you gonna keep putting them through this? No more! I won't let you. I'll make sure I pulverize your evil intentions.
Hey, hey!
Say something.
What's this?
Now I remember who you are. You're Monomi.
Like...
Anyway, Monomi, if you're gonna talk about my intentions, why don't you talk about yours first? What are your intentions? Why are you keeping everyone cooped up on this island? I'm sure everyone here wants to know too, you know. What? No fair. You're shutting up too?
Please wait!
Enough. We already have enough to deal with concerning Nagito. Please don't say anything else that'll confuse us.
Hey,
Let's begin.
this is just...
In the end, we still have to do it, right? As long as a killing happens, we can't do anything about it. We have no choice but to do it. Besides, it's our fault that we couldn't even prevent it. I know. That's the only way we can survive, right?
Nice!
Looks like you kids are way more well-behaved than Monomi.
Don't fuck with me.
We're tired of this too, you know. That's why I'll definitely make sure to finish this for good this time.
This is kinda depressing.
Does that mean you guys are getting bored of this school trip?
Actually,
Don't worry, the end is near.
what's the matter?
Don't make a face like a pig that's about to become bacon. You've already noticed, right? The meaning behind that Monokuma timer. Guess there's only 2 days left. When that timer reaches 0, what will happen? The killing school trip will be over.
Hey, hey!
If this will be over,
You serious?
does that mean we can go home?
What are you gonna do?
Don't count your bears before they've hatched. There's still something you gotta do before that, right?
So,
So, once again,
the Monokuma file!
You guys need to find out who Nagito's killer is and survive the trial. If this ends here, there won't be an afterword.
Do your best. Wait!
Hold on.
I won't forgive you.
I won't let you escape this time. What do you guys think? If the school trip's nearly at an end, it's safe to think that we can go home, right?
But still,
Kazuichi, I understand how you feel, but we need to focus on Nagito's case.
Damn it!
Even if we can go home, it'll be the end for us if we screw up here.
all right!
Then let's hurry up and solve his case so we can go home.
However,
It's nice to think everyone can go home, but that's impossible, right? I mean, someone in this room killed Nagito. Oh my god, shut up! First, we need to look at the Monokuma file. Whoa! What is this cool song? The victim is Nagito. The body was discovered inside the warehouse. The estimated time of death is to be noon. Not only is there a spear stabbed in his stomach, there are multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, there's a laceration on his left arm and a knife impaled through his right hand. What a tragic situation. Just reading this is making me depressed. Is there something wrong with the file? Again? But what's wrong with it? Not only is there a spear stabbed in his stomach, there are multiple stab wounds. There's a laceration on his left arm and knife in his right hand.
yep.
It's definitely weird. I guess I'll find out if I look around. That's what the investigation's for. Don't worry or form conclusions on your own. That makes me more worried than I should be. We can discuss it later.
See?
Alright, looks like the spear was stabbed through this plushie first, and there's blood on it. Monokuma's dead! There's blood coming out of his stomach. No response. He's dead, Jim. I'm not dead. Is this one of the life-size plushies that were being produced at the factory? If you're mistaking a plushie for me, then there's something wrong with you. You're a stuffed animal, too. Don't put oversized garbage there. It's so misleading. What are you calling oversized garbage? Could this be one of Monokuma's tricks? Making a hole like it got stabbed and going to the trouble of dirtying the hole with blood. Did he try to imitate Nagito's body?
What are you saying?
I had nothing to do with it.
You're so evil.
He's probably lying. You're always lying, so you should just die like that plushie over there.
What's this?
You seem more pissed than usual these days, Minomi, but you better watch what you say. If I feel like it, I can wipe you out easily, you know. I won't give in to your threats. I'll fight you until the very end.
I can't lose.
I'll definitely take back the seat of world supremacy. Looks like those annoyances are gone. If it wasn't Monokuma's trick, then who did this? Could the killer have done this? If so, is this Nagito's blood? I have no idea how this connects to the incident. Looks like a bunch of plastic bottles. Remnants of plastic are scattered all over the place. This is probably... those fire grenades that we used to put out the fire. They weren't actually that useful in the end. The fire was only extinguished thanks to the sprinklers. Well, nevertheless, this evidence really isn't all that strange. It's an oil lighter. This is where the curtains would have been hanging. It also looks like the fire did extensive damage. If the oil lighter was placed here,
Just kidding.
someone probably wanted to keep warm.
Bring it on.
is a most foolish thought. This is clearly the cause.
Well,
Oil lighters can cause to burn even after someone lets go.
which means...
So using that, the curtain was set on fire. Using the oil lighter, huh? You think the killer set up some sort of trick?
You are right.
The killer probably... Oh, Tank, I can't see! Tank, you gotta move! The killer probably planned to destroy evidence by setting this warehouse on fire. They caused a fire to destroy evidence? That's the only reason I can think of why a killer would set a fire to the crime scene. He was always spouting nonsense about hope and trying to confuse the hell out of us. But even so, dying like this is just too cruel. Also, he wasn't completely useless. There were times we were only able to reach the truth because of him. But everything good and bad about him is gone. Tank, you gotta move! Oh, no, 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 don't push the keyboard, you son of a bitch! Okay, I hope the recording's okay. Both of his legs are tied up. Each rope is tied to the pillars nearby. He wouldn't have been able to move. According to the file, the wounds on his legs are stab wounds. Does that mean the killer didn't just tie him up? They also stabbed his legs. Why would the killer do something like that?
Damn it!
At any rate, it's pretty sadistic. The killer must have been holding a grudge. Or they might have been torturing him.
Huh?
If they just wanted to kill him, they could have just stabbed him once in the chest, right? If you disregard the spear in his chest, the other wounds were inflicted for reasons other than killing. Which means the wounds all over his body were from the killer torturing him. If that's the case, what was the killer trying to make Nagito confess? Was it something that would have led to the traitor?
Even so.
Even if this was torture, there's no doubt... Hey, come on, Tank! There's no doubt that the killer must have held a deep grudge.
Damn it!
Refusing to let him die easily. I can totally understand a dark impulse like that. But even if they held a grudge, would they really have gone this far? Alright, hold on, I'm gonna get a drink. Ugh. Games like Danganronpa and Ace Attorney kill my throat. Torture wounds has been added. The knife is stabbed through his hand. It must be from the military base. You're right, it looks like a survival knife.
Well,
It seems the wounds on his legs and left arm were caused by that same knife. Which means after the killer was finished, they stabbed the knife through his hand,
it cannot be.
and then finished him off with a spear.
How cruel.
Then does that mean the killer went to the trouble of using two weapons? But they could have just killed him by stabbing him. Why did they need to use a spear?
You are right.
That is strange. Was there a reason? He must have been in great pain. He clearly had this agonizing look on his face when he died. His mouth is covered with duct tape. Was this to keep Nagito from screaming for help?
This is bad.
What a horrible look on his face. The blood splattered all over it doesn't help either. It's a good thing his mouth is covered with duct tape, otherwise I wouldn't be able to look at him. Got a minute? She moved past Kazuichi and I and squatted down to his face. And in one swift movement, she ripped the duct tape off his mouth.
It's gonna be fine.
It'll be fine. I'll just put it back right away once I'm done investigating.
Hey, hey, hey!
Putting the tape back isn't the issue. You ungrateful swine, you're gonna get cursed. The blood on his face, it looks like it mostly came from the slice on his left arm. If that's the case, she's not listening.
Hey, hey.
About the blood splattered on his face. There's no blood under the duct tape.
Huh?
duct tape has crinkles like it was sticking toward the inside of his mouth, right? He was desperately moving his mouth under the duct tape. She means his mouth was covered with duct tape before he got those wounds. So he tried to shout, which caused the duct tape to get sucked into his mouth. But what's wrong with that? Is that something we really need to worry about? I don't get it, but just put the duct tape back.
Yep.
You're right. This might be some kind of clue. A spear with a flashy ornament on it is impaled deeply into his stomach. There's no way around it. That looks like the fatal wound.
What's this?
Such a strange-looking spear, isn't it? A cord extends from the tip of the handle, and there's an iron weight attached to it.
Phew.
You use the cord as a whip to capture the enemy and deliver the final blow with the spear. Is this your first time looking at this too? Of course not. This is the Spear of Gungnir, right? You just came up with that.
Hey!
By the way, I wanted to ask you, where did that spear come from? I feel like I saw it at Nizumi Castle.
What the hell?
I was designed to be afraid of mice, so I can't go in there. Damn you, mice! Even he doesn't know what's inside that castle. Well, more importantly, I need to focus on the investigation. The spear definitely catches my eye, but the weight on the end of the cord coming out of the handle. It looks like that part has blood on it too. But for some reason, this section of the cord doesn't have blood on it. If it's about the size of a human fist, it's strange that this section of the cord doesn't have blood on it. Chiaki mentioned this earlier, but apparently that spear came from Nizumi Castle. It might be better if I confirm that later. Nagito's right wrist is tied with rope, but it looks like the tip of that rope burned off. Could this be a result of the fire? But that's weird. If the rope is burned off, why are his clothes completely unaffected by the fire when he was so close to the blaze? There's a cut on his upper left arm. His legs and right hand have stab wounds, but this looks like a slice. That's probably the reason that the wound on his left arm doesn't look that deep. Regardless, it doesn't change the fact that it's a hideous wound. There's something strange.
See?
Look at the palm on his left hand. I think that blood from his left arm was sliced, but doesn't the blood splatter look strange? It cuts off right in the middle of his palm. It definitely cuts off. Maybe that's as far as the blood could reach when it splattered. Well, that would explain the blood on his palm, but there's something else that's strange. When you flip it over and look at the back of his hand,
Well?
here there's also blood, but only above the middle joint of each finger. Why is it only on this part?
See?
It's just as I said, right? It's strange. I win. I guess I'm done with the area surrounding his body. Can't believe I actually investigated such a grisly-looking body. Even I'm surprised at myself. Does this mean I'm used to it? My classmate's dead body is right in front of me, and one of my peers is the killer responsible. And I have to investigate. Can I save here? Alright, perfect. Well, this seems like a great time to end this episode, so stay tuned for the next video, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye!